responsibilities. The good thing is that that one's easy to remember. The chat's literally called rank requirements and responsibilities. So you direct them there. If you don't have the time, I read it to the recruits and tell them to make sure the next time they read their rank requirements and get it right. They usually do. Uh, yeah. So this new chat doesn't. I don't think it has it posted, but there is an outline as to what we ask each rank. So rank 0, you have to explain how to roleplay at when they start watching gates. So there are usually three scenarios that I tell them. So the first one is if the person is obeying, stay off the pavement, no weapons. You put that macro up, then you know if they're on the base or on the pavement. Your priority is to get them off using some of these macros. And if they don't comply, they get tased or shot using macros, of course. And then the third one is PDMing, or if they shoot you on sight, you're allowed to shoot, but just put your macros up as soon as possible. You can either engage or take cover and call backup. Sometimes I don't have the time to explain all of that, but the good thing is that when they're going rank 1 through the 4, it's the same question. So you can switch it around, whichever one you want to use, or if you want to use all of them. So rank 1, 2, 3, and 4, it's the same question about role playing. Um, you can also remind them that VDMing is different from someone driving on base, because I see them shooting a lot of cars on base that sometimes the gate's not guarded, so the person doesn't know some of the time that they're not supposed to be on base, so they come on. It's better to tase them if you're in close proximity. You can let them know that. But yeah, rank 0, you explain. Rank 1 to 4, you ask them, because they should already know. When you get to rank 5 is where they need to show you the pre-interview macros. So at that point, I don't even bother to ask any questions, because they have to show me the pre-interview, and that may take time. So I show them the pre-interview. What's up?
So if they don't have like the 10 macros, like the pre-interview ones, do we send it, or is it they could just find it without joining the interview team?
So before we'd have to send them. Yes, we still.
But sir, when you try to send them, it says like the message is too large on Discord. Like I tried to send it to this one guy yesterday, and it's like the message was way too large or something.
I got that too, and it caused a big mess up with Hunter today at the rink up.
Yeah.
I'll send you what I have, but I always send them and I get no problem. I'm not talking about the requirements. I'm talking about the macros itself, the pre-interview macros.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was trying to send it to like someone, like all the 10 macros, and then it said like it was too large and shit.
I'll send mine to you, and then you try sending that and see what happens. But I have my copied and paste in my clipboard, so maybe that's the difference. Maybe you're trying to just forward it while it's not working. So yeah, I copy the text and paste into their inbox. So yeah, when they get to rank 5, you don't need to ask them questions. Just ask them if they have their rank up, their pre-interviews, and if they posted their 5 trainings. And if they have that, then you can send them. You can send their rank up info in. One more thing, when they become rank 5, just like rank 0, you have to explain to them. This time, you have to explain the pre-interview process. So, because that's one of the reasons why we have them with the pre-interview macros. So when you explain to them the pre-interview process, it's usually 8 things they have to take care of. It really doesn't look that much when you're up there, but it is 8 stuff. So 18 and older usually ask for their birth date, because they can lie about their age. Birth date, level 5 and above. Working mic, speaks English, Discord name same as game name. That's 5. You'll have the macros for that one. 6 is no violations. If they do, call a higher up and they'll sort that out. Or if there's no higher up, just send them the PD. That's 6, right? 7 is make sure they join One State USA Discord. And you have 2 ways to do that. You can either take their Discord and copy the invite link and send to them, or you can direct them to return the main menu. And when you return there, you look on the left side, you'll see free stuff, and then you'll see the Discord and YouTube and all that. And then the 8th one would be the macros with the 10 army rolls. Then from 6 to 8 is just their requirements, and you'll ask them to explain how to do the pre-interviews. So if you don't remember the requirements for each rank, it's in the requirements and responsibilities section. So rank 5, you have to have five trainings posted. Rank 6, 3 base guides. Rank 7, 3 screenshots in ASF. 2 should be off base. 2 should be base patrols, and 1 should be PD. And then the last one is training. Because after that, whatever requirements you need to post, because that would be a kernel requirements. No, I just read, because the reason why I know this much is because whoever was here, my base guide screwed me over. So I made it to sergeant without macros. I think private or sergeant without macros. And Tyler, as a gen, it was a training that I found out what macros were. And Sir Tyler sent it to me and I had to do them. And then I had other people screw me over. They're not here though, but yeah, that's why I made it my duty to know as much as possible so I can inform people. But yeah, so just remember rank. When they just become a hard hat, you have to explain. When they just join, they have to explain. But yeah. Did I miss anything, gents?
Sir, for obvious underage people that have already done the math on their birth date, on when their birthday should be and the age that they gave, and they're obviously underage, what do we do?
All right, so it's really rare that you ask them their birth year, the entire birth date of birth, the month, day, and year, and they can answer fast. So if they don't answer fast, that's the first sign. And depending on their voice, you have some people that might sound like not like their age, but it's highly unlikely. And if you ask them if they take a long while and they be like, "Oh, I can't hear you, I'm lagging," that's an indicator that they're lying about their age. One more thing you can do is, if someone tells you an age at the gate and you don't believe them, stay at Southgate and ask the gen who is going to do their interview to ask them their age.
But
So,
I got
say
you.
for
See,
instance,
the same thing.
but
yeah,
there's an
they
exemption,
might,
like Tigerman sounds like a kid voice, but he's actually 18 and above.
yeah, I know why you said that, because of Sir Ahmad. He got lucky because I had asked him, and when I was supposed to send, I think Ma'am Sally to ask him, someone that was there with me kept on saying, "You're lying, you're lying." So he kind of picked up that he needed to keep up his story. So I didn't catch him in the act. That's why I didn't. That's why we didn't catch him in the act. We all thought he was not 18, but we had to, according to the rules, we had no proof, so we had to let him in. But that's why people gotta play it cool, because whoever was there kind of messed up my plan, and we didn't catch him. I was gonna ask him later on, but then to be honest, he kind of became mature and improved. So I was like, okay, maybe he is probably 18. But yeah, in that case, reach out to whichever Jen is gonna do his interview. Let them ask him the question and body cam. So when they usually change the month and the day, may not change the year, but they usually change those up. So make sure you remember the full date of birth that they gave you, and then let the interview Jen ask, and then probably when they get interviewed, you ask them like 2 days after and see what they say. But that's really the best you can do, because you can't necessarily say they're not of age because of their voice. Although some will be very obvious, but like if it's like Sir Tiger or Sir Ahmad, you can't really say. But that's just my suggestion on how to deal with that. Let different gens ask in like different times. Make sure the same gen isn't there when you're asking, and spread out the time so they'll forget what they said. Make sure you have body cam of each time they ask. Might be a lot, but that's probably the best we can do. Any more questions?
No, I'm here. There's no questions.